Hey, what's up guys, Lux here bringing you a new video, and today we are back with another LEGO Minecraft video, this being set 21177, the Creeper Ambush. This comes with 72 pieces and it retails for $9.99 in the United States. So this is one of those $10 sets. We get them quite often. They're usually hit or miss. They're either like really good, really bad, or sometimes they're in between. I feel like this one falls in that category. It's a little bit in between, similar to a poly bag. That it can be like that too. But so far, the $10 sets have been pretty good. And this one, while it's a slight downgrade from the previous ones, I think it still has some desirable stuff. So first off, just based on the box art, we can see the creeper here. This being a red creepers. Now, at first, when this set was revealed, as in case you guys saw my news video, I thought this was some sort of Soviet Union creeper. Obviously, it's not meant to be that. LEGO would never make that, but I really didn't know what it was. It's just the vibes I got off from the red and the yellow. This kind of looking like a sickle, but I'm pretty sure what it's meant to represent is a creeper on fire. I don't know if that means he's fused. It probably does. I can see that. Or see lit him on fire. But given that I don't see any flint and steel in this, I'm pretty sure he's like just hissing, getting ready to blow up. But yeah, besides that, we get Steve. We get two animals here. A baby chicken. We'll get to that a little bit later. But yeah, a few things to take a look at here. It's a $10 set, so there's not like too much great detail. It's mostly figures and just any play features to include here. But yeah, let's build this up, and I will see you guys when I finish. See you then. Alright guys, we're back. Here's the finished build, but before we take a look at it in detail, we're first going to be taking a look at the minifigures. Alright, starting off with Steve here, probably the most, basic figure of this whole set. We've gotten him multiple times before. Even Lego's getting a little bit tired of him. You can tell because of the flesh printing, it's a little bit lighter to what it used to be. It used to be a lot less pale. I mean, you can tell right there. It's not that big of a deal, really, especially if you've been collecting Minecraft for a long time. But just something to point out. I'm sure if you've been collecting it for a while, you got every variation of Steve, good and bad. But just another Steve inclusion here. This is good for like if anyone doesn't have one yet. This being a $10 set, it's not something for the hardcore collector, but still something I don't mind picking up. Anyways, he does come with a stone sword accessory, pretty basic there. But he also comes with something new. Our first time seeing this being the spyglass, which is pretty much like a telescope, recently added to the game, and I think they built it pretty well here. Literally just two pieces. This being the torch piece in gold, and then a translucent square tile there. Nothing too insane, but it works as intended. So yeah, that's been Steve. Not much else to point out. Same printing as always, design wise. So yeah, that has been Steve the minifigure. Moving on. Next up here we have the baby pig. We've gotten this guy in the past multiple times, especially the adult version, but we're getting it here now just to kind of fill up the set with a couple of figures. This baby pig's nothing too special. The face print, as good as it can be. The baby build, very condensed, I would say, for sure. But what do you expect from a literal pig minifigure? So I think they continue the same design for baby pigs here. It works. It's still going to work, so not much else to add on to this. But yeah, that's been the baby pig minifigure. Moving on. Alright, last but certainly not least, if you guys can even see it here, we have the baby chicken. Now, this is literally two pieces, this being the headpiece of a chicken and a yellowish orange stud used for the feet here. So, but yeah, there's not too much more to point out about this figure. We've gotten chickens in the past before. They're a little bit rarer than the other mobs for sure. We've gotten chickens in the chicken coop, obviously. We've gotten them in the modern treehouse, just a couple that pop into my head. Besides that, I don't really remember many other inclusions of them. Like I said, they're a little bit rare. We have a baby chicken here. This is just, again, the head of an adult chicken, pretty much. The piece they use for it, at least. And then it's on a stud to represent it in its baby form. And I think it works pretty well here. You don't need much smeller to add on to it. The face print, really nice here. Not much more to go into details, so moving on. Alright, last but certainly not least, here we have the new figure and the exclusive figure to this set, this being the Creeper minifig. Now, obviously, when we first took a look at this Creeper in the news video, most people didn't know what it was. There were guesses. Some people got it right. Other people got it wrong, like me. Again, I thought it was a Soviet Creeper, more so as a joke, but I didn't really know what it was. That was my guess, though, that I put out there in the world. But now we know a little bit more, and this seems to be a creeper on fire, more so getting lit up and charging to explode. So it's just being represented here by the fire more so. That's what throws it off. But yes, when creepers start to hiss and like are in the middle of blowing up, you can sometimes see them flash red. So that's what it's trying to represent here. It could also be used to represent a creeper getting hit, because when you hit mobs, they also turn red. So it has a good amount of versatility in terms of use. Again, these flames are what threw people off, but I think they add a good amount of detail. If it was just a pure red creeper, you know, no one would complain. It would still be pretty cool, but I'm glad they add the yellow stripes there. Definitely gives them more character, even more than the regular creepers. They don't even have printing on the side for the regular ones, and I think they desperately need that. But more so, I think they need to switch the regular creeper to a more like green color scheme. But that's just my opinion. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this creeper. It's a very nice creeper, exclusive minifig, really awesome to get here. Would not mind getting more of these later on, and yeah, I think it's definitely worth picking up this set for, if you're into having like variants of other mobs at least. So nice inclusion, something unexpected, and something I don't think LEGO really had to do, but hey, maybe they knew they were doing too many $10 sets that were very similar. At least throwing some spicy thing here or there, this being the creeper in this case. So yeah, that's been the hissing creeper. I guess I'll call him that since the official set doesn't really give him a name. Moving on. Alright, now we're done looking at the minifigures. Let's take a look at the builds. So moving some of the figures out of the way that we already took a look at, we can take a closer look at what's actually in store for us here. Now, this being a $10 set, obviously you can't expect too much here. We're just going to be taking a look at the base build here. So obviously quite small here, to be expected. But let's start from the bottom left and move over to the right up here. So here all these hand bricks are trying to represent like the edge of a beach. So this is either the edge of the ocean or a river. We have some sugarcane growing here on the side. Moving a little bit up here above the sugarcane, we can see a stone block located there. And on top of it, some iron ore, some exposed iron to the surface. Behind the iron here, we have some dark grass. This is either trying to represent a roof forest or just a plains biome. And the designers decided to use this darker grass here. We can see a little bit of a dirt block right here. We'll point out what that's used for in a little bit. Moving all the way to the right, we have a little bit of a red flower here, as well as a crafting table. Something you typically get in most Minecraft sets, and it's included here in the $10 set. So, one last thing to point out with this build. Now, Minecraft, it's very typical to, when you have a creeper or TNT inclusion, you're going to have a play feature in which something ends up inevitably blowing up. So, in this case, it reigns true. It continues to be true. We have a creeper here. Obviously, we already pointed out that the creeper is mid fuse, so it's going to blow up eventually, and it does here indeed. If you push down on this, it acts a little bit as a lever, this being the play feature of the set, and if you push down on it, you know, the whole top of the hill goes flying. Trying to represent it from ground level here, just so you guys get a better idea of how it works. Push down on it, boom, creeper blows up the top of the hill. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the set. Again, it's a very small set, being a $10 set. What are you really gonna expect? It's still a nice little build here. Really the only appealing part being the creeper, and maybe in case you want the spyglass, but that is pretty much it. I wouldn't mind getting more of these creepers though, that's for sure. Will I spend another $10 to get them? Maybe I'll buy individually, who knows. You can always also find these on sale at some point if you're lucky. But yeah, that's pretty much it for you guys today. A small little $10 set. Again, these are always fun to pick up in case you're not really into the theme, but you want to build up a small little Minecraft collection here or there. It's definitely a decent way to get into it. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed, you know what to do. Subscribe if you're new, consider becoming a member. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.